over cases of gender-based violence and child trafficking in the state. Hello, welcome to News Panorama, coming to you live from Jos Network Center. I am Bilkis Nuhu. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and on YouTube channel, NTA News Online, and other channels showing on our screen for updates. The federal government has introduced the Food Safety Operational Manual, which focuses on hygiene and addresses the challenges associated with food processing and marketing in the country. Musa Baba Aliu has details.
The World Health Organization (WHO) has revealed that food contamination is a significant factor contributing to health-related challenges worldwide. Investigation reveals that the food safety enforcement in Nigeria has been fragmented, with many operators unaware of basic hygiene protocols and enforcement officers lacking a cohesive framework. The positive news is that the federal government has introduced guidelines for the hygiene and inspection of processed food in the country. The document outlines directives for food business operators regarding proper food handling.
As the supervising ministry, we are committed to translating this manual into real-world action.
This operational manual has been meticulously developed in response to a critical gap identified by NICFOS, which is the absence of standardized guidance.
This landmark document is a timely and strategic step forward in our national effort to ensure safety, hygiene, nutritional integrity of food consumed.
The implementation of this operational manual makes a significant step toward safeguarding public health, maintaining food hygiene in local bukas.
To this end, the government has stated that it will rigorously enforce the law against food adulteration, emphasizing that food safety is a collective responsibility that begins on the farm and ends at the consumer's table. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The 19 northern governors and traditional rulers of the region have commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his efforts in addressing the infrastructural deficit in northern Nigeria. Speaking during their joint meeting in Kaduna to deliberate on strategies for tackling other challenges facing the region, the leaders noted that the president is on the right path towards transforming the nation. Mohammed Umar Ajingi reports.
It is late at night, but the urgency of the moment requires no sleep, driven by a common purpose to strategize and confront the growing threat of insecurity. The governors of the Northwest arrived one after the other at the Government House Kaduna for another meeting. As they step into the meeting room, they stand together, reciting the national pledge for commitment to Nigeria's peace and progress before delving into the business of the day.
As governors in this region, and we agreed to work together and to collaborate in different areas, especially in terms of economic development, agricultural initiatives, as well as fight against the insecurity. This is a forum that focuses attention on economic development and prosperity of our people, and I will continue to pursue that agenda.
Issue of unemployment, and most importantly, our collective resolve to have a position on how we can work closely together in addressing the problem of insecurity, because we believe no state can do it alone. And we believe we will need synergy for us to work together. And another area that we believe we need to work together is trying to work closely with the different partners.
The forum was born out of their collective resolve to face their shared challenges with unity. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, wants Nigerians to use social media as a tool for unifying and promoting values that could engender the country's development. The minister was a guest at the 2025 edition of TEDx for Abuja Youth, organized by Nigeria Tulip International College, Abuja. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
At the 2025 edition of the show at this school, the inspiring life experience of Nigeria's Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, on how he successfully nurtured his career at the young age of 16, caught the attention of both the old and the young minds who are aspiring to build a passion.
The birth of the digital world also brought about the birth of the era of great misinformation, fake news, and disinformation. And therefore, that dream of becoming an instant broadcaster at age 16, and now as Nigeria's Minister of Information and National Orientation, I thought that I could use my valuable position to change things.
Now that his dream comes to pass as a media entrepreneur and the chief spokesman of Nigeria, he reassured this younger generation that policies under his watch are those that will promote sanity in the media ecosystem.
The social media especially can both be a unifier and also an agent of destruction, depending on how you use it. We want everyone to use the social media especially, which has come to stay, by the way, as a tool for unifying all of us.
This year's theme is passion, and the aim is for the driving forces behind great ideas, the courage to pursue them, and the impact of relentless dedication on personal and societal transformation.
TED is an acronym of Technology, Entertainment and Design, an American-Canadian non-profit media organization that shares educational and inspiring ideas with people worldwide in order to effect positive change in society. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
As Plateau State government plans to resettle the internally displaced persons in different parts of the state, it has also warned those who build houses without permit to go to the relevant agencies for proper documentation. Governor Caleb Mutfwang gave the warning while receiving the reports of the Committees on Land Administration and Resettlement of Internally Displaced Persons in Jos. Priscilla Grumnan reports.
The Committees on Land Administration and that of Resettlement of Internally Displaced Persons were inaugurated in March 2024. While presenting the report on land administration, Chairman of the committee, Isaac Dimka, in a 167-page report, says the committee, after receiving petitions, made some recommendations such as the immediate production of the new master plan for the Greater Jos and Bukru areas, including local government headquarters, among others.
The committee recommends the immediate enforcement of the Plateau State High Court judgment, High Court of Justice judgment in various cases. This is to check the incidence of land grabbing.
Submitting his report, Chairman of the Committee on the Resettlement of the Internally Displaced Persons, Air Commodore Christopher Palm, retired, says the committee had 6 terms of references that will shape a resettlement blueprint that prioritizes the safety, dignity, and well-being of the internally displaced persons in Barikin Ladi, Bassa, Bokos, Mangu, and Riom local government areas. He, however, lamented the magnitude of insecurity in the areas under review, which necessitated the recommendations for the construction of 14 mini barracks in all the areas and the need for the state government to collaborate closely with the federal government to deploy more security forces in the volatile areas.
Sustained collaboration among government agencies, security forces, humanitarian actors, and local communities is very, very important.
After receiving the reports, Governor Caleb Mutfwang thanked the committees for the great work done, saying the state government will work on their recommendations.
In fact, all of us who are elites should automatically form part of the security committee in our communities and be able to give more insights on how we can manage our communities better.
The governor also assured the displaced persons of safe return to their ancestral homes. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
Panorama continues shortly after this break. Before staying tuned, General Officer Commanding 3 Division and Commander Operation Safe Haven, Major General Folunsho Oluyinlola, says there is need to reinforce community-based conflict resolution mechanism where religious and community leaders will resolve farmers' hardest issues. He said this during a stakeholders' peace meeting in Barkin-Ladi local government area of the state. Ijoma Ozomina reports.
General Oyinlola explains that it is necessary for these leaders to be at the forefront of dialogue so that all can embrace peace that will be sustained in Barkin-Ladi local government area. The GOC, after listening to the participants, notes that early warning mechanisms should be strengthened for response and prompt action. The stakeholders' engagement is geared towards sustaining peaceful coexistence among farmers and herders prior to farming season.
Over the past few months, we have observed a welcome decline in violent incidents in Barkin-Ladi. This relative peace did not come by chance. It is by the result of intentional dialogue, conflict mitigation strategies, community cooperation, and a renewed determination to put aside differences for greater good.
The GOC urged stakeholders to prioritize dialogue to settle grievances as he asked local government authority to provide an accurate biometric database of residents and immigrants to reduce the risk posed by undocumented individuals. Plateau State Commissioner of Police, who spoke on behalf of other security agencies, emphasized that synergy is key, noting that more security personnel will be deployed to the hinterland to ensure security of lives and property.
The mobile police base at Gashish, yes, we have increased the deployment there, but I'm giving this assurance, in just a matter of weeks, the Inspector General of Police will come with the executive governor of the state to formally declare that place open.
Director General Plateau State Peacebuilding Agency, represented and Chairman Barkin-Ladi Local Government Council sued for peace. The stakeholders' engagement had key players in the peace-building sector in attendance, security agencies, community and religious leaders, Plateau Youth Council members, and women leaders. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
Plateau Gender and Equal Opportunity Commission says it is redoubling efforts towards stemming the tide of cases of gender-based violence and child trafficking in the state. Again, Ijoma Ozomina has details.
Plateau State Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission is mandated to create a gender-inclusive society by advocating equal opportunities, implement relevant policies, and ensure that rights of individuals are protected. In the last 1 year, the Commission recorded cases of sexual-based violence, battery, assaults, and molestations.
From last year, from the inception of this project, so far we have had 4 convictions. And basically, we've had 2 of the cases on gender-based violence, battery, and we've had 2 convictions regarding parental abdication of responsibility. We have been able to settle issues of land inheritance, and women have been compensated.
The Commission also recorded several cases of child trafficking due to family dysfunction, lack of parental care, poverty, inequality, and inadequate child protection.
But about 97% of those cases are cases of parental abdication of responsibility, where you find parents completely negligent when it comes to the issue of paying school fees,
providing food in the house, responsibilities like providing basic things like accommodation. You understand? So those are most of the cases that we've read. So now most of these cases are at different courts and at different stages.
The Commission, however, is working assiduously to reduce severe violation of human rights. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
We have in the studio the Chairperson, Plateau Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission, Olivia Daziem. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity.
To begin with, ma, what is the mandate of the Commission?
Well, we thank God for the coming up on board of His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang. Upon coming up on board, he gave life to Section 3 of the Plateau State Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission, that is establishing the commission. And we're grateful that we have the opportunity of pioneering activities at the commission. Under Section 11 of the Plateau State Gender and Equal Opportunities Law 2015, the Plateau State Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission has the responsibility of promoting gender equality, protecting and defending the fundamental human rights of the people of Plateau State. Very fortunately for us on the Plateau, we have the right legal frameworks for the protection, promotion, and defense of the fundamental human rights of the people of Plateau State. And so our mandate is to ensure, number one, that we create awareness around the existence of these legal frameworks. Number two is to also ensure that perpetrators, violators of the provisions of these laws are brought to book. We follow these cases at the stages of investigation. We go to ensure that the appropriate authority handles, and I'm happy to announce that the working relationship between the Office of the Commissioner of Police, the National Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Office of the Attorney General, NAPTIP, Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, all of us that are involved in some form of right protection, social welfare protection, are on the same page, ensuring that the right legal frameworks are implemented. I mentioned earlier on that under the law, we are mandated to go right to the grassroots and to create awareness, sensitize our people that we cannot afford to, under the laws that are available now, to be involved in violating the right of anybody. The child rights law is also on the Plateau. The disability rights law is also on the Plateau. So we create awareness right into the communities. In fact, I just came out from one engagement talking to our people that we need to be on one page, promoting, protecting, and defending the fundamental human rights of our people, and particularly our children.
Okay, there are several cases of gender-based violence and child trafficking. How have you been able as a commission to stem this tide?
Well, like I mentioned earlier on, part of it is creating awareness. And two, we have hotlines that we've given out there that people call us to report cases. And when cases are reported, any form of, human right violation, gender-based violence, sexual molestations, our staff quickly would arise to the occasion and get there, to where these issues are arising and indicate our interest in those cases and follow the cases to ensure that they are investigated and sent to the right and appropriate prosecuting authority, which is the Office of the Attorney General, and in some of the instances, the Office of the Commissioner of Police, where they also handle some of the prosecutions. Now, regarding child trafficking, human trafficking, so to say, on the Plateau, we have a lot of challenges in that regard. And again, awareness is very critical. And what we are also engaged in doing is to, go to the right people, and talk to them. Apart from that, at the people who operate the transportation companies, we go there and we ensure that, children or people, our young boys and girls who are about to be trafficked, we stop them at that point. And I need to also use this opportunity to speak to, people who operate transport companies that, again, very soon will come after them because they are engaged in the transportation of our children, to other cities. of this country and invariably outside the country. Again, we have people who are engaged in trafficking our children, and I'm happy about the kind of working relationship that all the critical institutions are involved in. So we're able to work together in order to effect arrest, follow investigations, and the cases are at different stages of investigation and prosecution.
Okay, so what's your message to the public?
Let me use this opportunity to appeal to our people, number one, in the state, so that we can be on duty regarding the protection, defense, and promotion of the fundamental human rights of our people. Like you heard one of my colleagues at the commission said, abandonment or abdication of parental responsibilities is also at the background of promoting, child trafficking. And our children are not finding life funny, getting stranded in different cities of the country and even outside the country. So I need to appeal to the people of Plateau State, and by a larger extension to all Nigerians, that the time is now for us to deploy all to the promotion, protection, and defense of our children.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
I'm grateful for that.
We've been speaking with the Chairperson, Plateau Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission, Olivia Dazem. Plateau State Police Command has recovered 500 rounds of ammunition during a raid in Jos North local government area. The report. Police Command says it has made a significant breakthrough in its quest to protect the citizens of the state. This is coming on the heels of a recent operation which led to the successful recovery of dangerous ammunition in Jos North local government area.
We have successfully recovered a substantial catch of ammunition that would have been used by criminal elements to unjustifiably take the lives of innocent citizens of the state. Based on incredible intelligence, a criminal hideout along Bauchi Road in Jos North local government area of the state was raided, and an abandoned ash-color golf wagon was recovered at the location. And when search was conducted on the vehicle by our operatives, a total number of 500 rounds of 7.65 mm ammunition was recovered.
As investigation progresses, the State Police Command has continued to encourage citizens to provide useful information that could assist in locating suspects and dislodging their hideouts. The police says it remains resolute in keeping Plateau safe while working tirelessly to protect lives and property.
We are dedicated to creating a habitable environment for all residents of Plateau State.
Remo Stars to be crowned MPLF this Sunday after their game against Southwest rival Ikorodu City. With details and more, let's join Suleiman Musa on Sports Update.
Let's get started with the Under-20 African Cup of Nations as Nigerians Flying Eagles are set for Monday's quarter-final match against Senegal. Nigeria reached the quarter-finals of the ongoing championship in Egypt after a 2-2 draw with Kenya's Rising Stars in Group B. Nigeria Flying Eagles finished second on the table with 5 points, 2 behind group leaders Morocco. Meanwhile, Afini Ladies and Golden Sun Sport have qualified for the semi-final spot in the ongoing Prosperity Cup tournament in Bayelsa State. Afini Ladies beat Crystal Stars 3-1 on penalties after a 1-all draw at regulation time, while Golden Sun Sport Academy also defeated Bayelsa State College of Nursing Sciences 5 on reply goals.
Is that my team underrated them because they have been winning them, friendly man, winning them 7-0, 10-0, so they use that same mentality to the game. And that is, if it was the first half, you see that was happening. So we'll give glory to God. Next time, we'll prepare well and come out victorious.
We're so elated, we're so happy. Initially, the girls were G3 because of the kind of opponent, due to the fact that this team has been there for long. But I tried to motivate them and I tried to give them the mentality to go all the way. And we thank God that they listened to me and they fought so hard for the victory. I'm so happy and I really thank God for this victory.
We are feeling very bad, but nevertheless, it's a game of luck. At least we struggled and strive very hard to penalty shooters, and once a game goes to penalty shooters, it's just like a gamble. Any team can win. But
getting to this semi-final, it was not an easy game at all, but we thank God, give God all the glory.
Staying on football, Manchester City hope to move one step closer to securing a top 5 finish in the Premier League if they prevail against already relegated Southampton. As Fulham welcome Everton to Craven Cottage, while Brighton visit Wolverhampton as Brentford travel to face already relegated Ipswich Town. Other games we see Bournemouth host Aston Villa at home as league winners Liverpool will welcome Arsenal. With Sport Update, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
That has been Panorama from Jos today. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.